Hello everyone, how is it going? How's your day, your morning, your afternoon? I didn't say evening, I should have said evening earlier in the chat. But basically, how is... I don't know. How's stuff? You play any fun games recently? What's your favorite game from 2023? Throw that in the chat or whatnot. Basically, here's the story of what today's live stream is going to be. I will have an eye on chat shortly, it's over there, so if you see me going back and forth like that, that's going to be why. But also, I'm probably going to be looking over here. So I'm going to be looking over here, here, and here, alternating back and forth. But basically, the situation is that shortly, I'll be doing my top 10 games of 2023. Soon-ish. Sometime in the next few weeks. And to that end, I figure that why not turn today's live stream into an opportunity to talk about all the games I have and haven't played, with caveats. We'll get into those shortly. But this way, when I inevitably don't put Voidfall on my top 10 games of 2023, it's not necessarily that I didn't like it as much. I don't think I would, honestly, but it's not necessarily because of that. It's that I haven't played it, and at least you'll have all that information in one place for those who choose to watch both videos. So today is basically me going through BGG's 2023 titles with restrictions, because I'm not going to go through 5,000 games, but basically, I put some filters in place. I'll tell you what they are. And then I'm going to be going through them and giving you brief notes on, the games. Like, hey, played this one, didn't play that one, played this, what about that? So you'll have some overall thoughts. Will you know what's in my top 10 games of 2023 by the end of this video? No, but you'll probably have an idea of which games are eligible for that breakdown. You'll probably have like a top 20 or so of like, hey, which of those are there, just because I am going to talk about all of it. So that's today's video. And with that, let's see how everyone's doing as far as, for my group is Zombicide, Undead or Alive. That makes sense. It's a great game. I am getting rid of it, but only because I get the difficulty from Marvel Zombies, and I get the variation from Black Plague, and Undead or Alive, as good as it is, I just don't need 14 Zombicides in my collection. So there is that. Got my wife Parks, she loves playing that. Got the Neighborhood Dads hooked on Zombicide. Yeah, so Parks is an interesting one. Like, in my top 10 games of 2023, I think I'm going to have 3 extra games, because I like doing that in general. But those are going to be games that are 2022 titles, or even 2021, I think one is, that I only played in 2023, so it's going to be the top 10 2023 games with some, notes of games that I discovered a little later. Voidfall's pretty epic, but I managed to table Castle Burgundy a lot more, so torn. A funny fact with that, I plan on also having the caveat that I don't consider Castle Burgundy to be a 2023 title. I don't really consider re-implementations to count unless it's like a redone game. So Castle Burgundy, to me, we're actually going to see it in a minute, but it won't actually count for that. Alright, so did you get to play Celta? No, I haven't played Celta. You see, that's the point over here. Although, with that, let's talk about the restrictions on this list. What I did is I went over here to BGG, and I went Advanced Search, which you can't see because my face is blocking, but you'll see in a second. But I did Advanced Search over here, and I popped in 2023, 2023. Okay, so I did that over here. I'm going to do an average user rating of a 7.3 or higher, okay, with at least 50 ratings. Now, the good news is that's going to filter our list so that we get basically 2023 titles that have at least some degree of notoriety and some degree of like just at least 50 people rated it. The bad news is this will exclude certain things that could be eligible to talk about. So, for example, Cthulhu Death May Die, not Cthulhu May Die, Cthulhu Dark Providence by Command Games, that's not going to be in the list because it doesn't really have the ratings yet, even though it's technically a 2023 title. Although I will say things that come out that late, I'm fine putting into the 2024 classification, although that makes these lists always hard to navigate. Like, in my top games of 2023, I have some games, like For Northwood, for example, is a 2021 game because it was a print and play, but it really is a 2023 title when it became popular, so those are always complicated. Basically, we might miss things, but that's what chat's for. If you see anything you want your thoughts or opinions on, and it's not here, by all means, throw it in chat. I'll pay attention to that. Then we go ahead and we click to not search expansions, because I don't care about that. There's no way to not search re-implementations, so let's go ahead and filter this list, submit, and I'm guessing we have 6 pages, but let's take a look and see. No items found. What did I do wrong? Oh. I did 7.3 to 7.3. You want to do 7.3 to 10. Because I did a very, very specific, anything that's a 7.3 exactly. No, 7.3 to 10. I want a floor of 7.3, and let's go ahead and submit now. That should work this time. How many pages do we got? Let's see if we need to filter further. We have 5 pages. I can work with 5 pages. Let's take a look at chat. Good afternoon. Hello. Do you get to play Celta? Not yet. 7.3 threshold based on anything in particular. So it's an arbitrary choice. I find that my goal is to get around 5-6 pages. I think 7.5 can... The difference between 7.3 and 7.5 is... and 7.2 would fall in the same general category, is 7.5 is actually a decently high threshold that could exclude things that appealed to me. So, for example, games that are in my top 100 that are below that 7.5 are going to be Aquatica or Wild Ascent or Carson City. There are a bunch of games that I like more than the norm, and I don't want to fully exclude everything, but if I include everything, it's a problem. So will there things that are possibly be excluded from this list? Yes, you might miss some things, but at least the highlights, the things that people are most, like my main goal is, as I go through this, there's going to be a lot of games I just didn't play, and you'll know I didn't play them by watching this video. Hello, Srebmi. How's it going? How'd you do in your 12 by 12 for last year? There were a bunch of videos for a while, but missed if you finished them. I actually talk about that in my, was it my month in review? I talked about it somewhere. I don't remember where. It may not be up in a video yet. But basically, I had a goal of doing a bunch of 12 by 12s. For the record, I played, I think, 20... I don't know the exact number. I played around 25 to... You know, let's check it up. Let's check it up. In 2023, because I played a lot of games, I played enough to do the 12 by 12 videos, but I specifically wanted... Yeah, I didn't finish it. I did 6 12 by 12 videos. I wanted to do 12. I didn't finish it, and I feel bad about that. And I like this series concept, but the problem is, to me, it's not just about playing a game 12 times, because I did that a lot. In fact, in 2023, I'll give it a second. But to me, it's about playing a game in all its player counts and variations and expansions. So, for example, Castle Burgundy 12 by 12, I played Castle Burgundy 86 times this past year. But I haven't played the Vineyard expansion yet, and I haven't played it solo, and I want to do that before I do a 12 by 12 review. So because of my desire to actually be a completionist before giving that full picture review, I have been a bit behind on some of them. So I think I did 12. I did 6 this year, technically 7 if you count the review that went up today, Valeria Card Kingdoms, because that's definitely a 12 by 12 review. So, but anyways, to answer the question you didn't ask, I have played 31 games 12 times in 2023. So I have plenty of theoretically possible. Acropolis, a good example. But Acropolis, I don't feel that playing it 12 times added to my opinion in a way that I felt needed to update the review. So, like, I don't want to put out content for content's sake. I want to put out content that adds value, if that makes sense. Anyways, let's go ahead and dive into this. So, I'm just going to go through this over here. We're going to go through the top down. I'll give brief thoughts on games. I'll tell you if I haven't played it. The Witcher Old World, great game. Just as a fun fact, I haven't actually put together my top 10 of 2023, but The Witcher Old World, definitely eligible for it. And I forgot about it because for me, something that's an oversight for me on my end is I often miss things that I covered doing the prototype phase and didn't really think about it after. So like The Witcher Old World to me is an earlier title. It's not a 2023 title, even though it is. But The Witcher Old World, fantastic game. It's definitely eligible for my top of 2023, and we'll see if it's there. Earth, for me, I like Earth. I think it's fun, but it didn't hit the same way it has hit for a lot of people. I think Earth is a fine game that I really enjoy and have a good time playing, but I don't need it. Voidfall, haven't played, don't really have a strong interest in it, best on NPI's review. And well, in general I didn't have a strong interest, but NPI covered a certain thing about the game, and to be clear, no pun included, NPI, fantastic channel. I happen to not vibe with their tastes, but this isn't about tastes, it's about something they specifically talked about. They talked about the nature of the way combat works in the game, and to me, that description makes me think I wouldn't like it, just based on not their tastes, but their specific critique. Hegemony, lead your class to victory. This game has proven to be so much more popular than I thought it would be. When I covered Hegemony doing the prototype phase, I liked it. I gave it a 4 to 5, thought it was a good game. But that was one of those games where I was even nervous about it. I was like, there's so much heaviness to learning and playing this game. I don't know if it'll be as well received as I enjoyed it. And in fact, it's been better received than I enjoyed it. Like, I give it a 4 to 5, and people love this game. Darwin's Journey, I own it, haven't played it. Europea Universalis, have not played. Expeditions, love that game. The White Castle, I think it's a good game. I think it's a very good game. I enjoyed it. But to me, it's like a kind of a play it and move on. I actually have 2 people in my game group. Meg wants to play it, and then Max, somebody else who's been on the channel, wants to play it, or maybe he just did. He may have just played it already without me, but it's okay. But anyways, there are people who want to play it. I'm happy to play it. It's not a keeper for me. It's a game that I got a bunch of plays in, I liked it, and I moved on. Castle Burgundy, fantastic game. It'll get a special mention in my top games of 2023. It will not count as a 2023 title for me. Nucleum, haven't played it, definitely want to. Simone Luciani is a designer who I really do vibe with. David Turchi is a designer who I don't. I think he's fantastic and incredible, and his stuff's amazing. I'm not in any way denigrating him, but I think his design approach hasn't as well worked for me in the past. It's more particular and programmatic and feels a bit more clinical. So I think it rewards the type of player, but I think his stuff hasn't worked for me as much in the past, but we'll see if that changes. Dune Imperium Uprising, I have not played it yet, I have it on pre-order. Beast, love that game, forgot it was a 2023 title. I completely forgot. It's, again, that's the prototype thing. Age of Innovation, I'd love to play it at some point, but for me, Terra Mystica is a game that I enjoy and did not keep. Gaia Project is a game that I enjoy and did not keep. Age of Innovation, I'm happy to play. I do not imagine it's a game that's for me. Star Wars deck building game. I think that's a fun game. I enjoyed it. It just doesn't break any barriers for me. It's a good game. Stationfall. I've heard great things about this game. Have not played it. Mr. President, I don't know if it appeals to me as much. It seems heavier than what I'm looking for, but it's a good game. Supposedly a good game. Marvel Zombies, love this game, definitely. Oh my gosh. Did I not? Give me a second here. Give me a second now. Everything going well. I stream very good here. Oh, good. Good to know. Let me go to my drafts for a second because I don't know if I put... Again, I haven't done my top games of 2023, but I don't even know if I put Marvel Zombies on the eligibility list. Where's my list? 2023 stats. Crud nuggets. It's not even on my eligibility list, and that should definitely count. Okay, well, this list is getting... My eligibility list for top games of 2023 is already at like 20 plus titles, so we'll see how this goes. Marvel Zombies, Earthborn. Oh, are we on the next page? Not yet. I'm gonna cut and talk to you all off the page one. There's 100 per page, just for the record. We're going through 500 games, just so on the same page here. Earthborn Rangers. That's why I'm going so fast. Earthborn Rangers. I heard great things. Have not played it yet. And this is like a late enough delivery that these are kinds of titles that I'd be fine putting on a best games of 2024 list. If you come out late enough 2023, it rolls over for me. But it could be either. It's kind of person dependent, and every content creator struggles with this. I've seen every channel be like, where does it belong? It's all over the place. It's hard. It's hard. Septima. I like Septima. Did not love it. Isofarian Guard. Oh, crud. That's another one I forgot about. Isofarian Guard. Okay. I'm forgetting about all these games. Anyways, Isofarian Guard. Great game. Don't know if it'll make the list for the best games of 2023, but I really enjoy it. It may or may not. At least it's being put on the short list. Distilled. Solid game. I like it. There are expansions coming out. I'm curious how those change, from my opinion. As of right now, Distilled is a good game that I enjoy. A lot of people love it. For me, it's a good game. Horseless Carriage, I haven't really heard buzz past the initial wave of Horseless Carriage, so not high on my interest list at the moment. I think in general, Splata makes some incredible games that I love, but they are harder to table, so I kind of need that mental buy-in to even try it. I also have Roads and Boats. I still haven't played that. I own it. We have Apiary. I really like Apiary. It's a game that has grown on me as time goes on. They obviously, the design of Apiary is now going to be responsible for Wyrmspan, the dragon wingspan, whatever, but they worked with Elizabeth Hargrave on that game, so that's going to be coming out. Scarface 1920. Very good game. Not going to make my best of 2023. I don't think so. Again, it's one I didn't even think of because I played it a while ago, but it really is a very, very solid game. I think Scarface does a good job. It's just, it is a longer and harder to table game, and it's also complicated to teach. Scarface is one of those games that I don't know if it stays in my collection, because it's one of those games where I have so many games that give me that feeling, and the teach on Scarface is involved. It's the kind of game I only want to play with people who know how to play it. Hoplomachus Victorum. Great game, but it definitely went down for me over time. This is one I had my highlights of. I played it at Gen Con 2022. It was my highlight of Gen Con 2022, and it's gone down for me. It's still good, but it's gone down for me relatively to there. Last Light, phenomenal game. I think it's great. Definitely eligible for best of 2023. Terraforming Mars, the dice game, did not work for me, unfortunately. Did not, sadly. I was looking forward to it, and I thought that it was okay. It was okay for a game, let alone for, for Terraforming Mars, for sure, definitely a letdown. Couldn't know harder, The City of Silver. I own it, have not played it. Disney Lorcana, that was my top 10 disappointments of 2023. Sky Team, great game, very solid 2-player co-op. We'll see where it ends up. Thunder Road Vendetta, I really want to play this one. I still have not played it. I need to reach out to someone I know locally who has a copy. I need to play it with him and see how that goes. Although I feel I should have a copy somewhere. Did I order for Level Up? Is that what's going on? Did I pre-order for Level Up? Now I'm wondering if I did that. Evacuation. I want to play that one. I've heard good things about it. This was catching my eye as far as SN picks. It's one of the ones that's higher on my list. Very interested in it, but have not played it. Legacy of You started off strong for me, then a bit of a letdown as time went on. Lords of Ragnarok. I have not played the final game. I've played the original prototype. I have not played the final game. Obviously, it's in that phase now where it's getting lots of mixed feedback. There are people who love it and the people who are completely passing on it. So I am curious about that one. I do remember, and I have this problem with Wild Ascent. It's always an interesting problem because with Wild Ascent, I have the problem that Wild Ascent is a game that for me got better with each play. The third play was where I locked in. I was like, I love this game. The first play was good. Second play was better. Third play, I was like, I am here for this. Lords of Ragnarok was very similar. Lords of Ragnarok, my first play, I was like, I'd rather play Lords of Hellas. Second play was better, and third play was where I got locked in. So, and the tricky part, the reason that's tricky is because if I weren't reviewing these games, I wouldn't have given them a third play. If I wasn't reviewing Lords of Ragnarok, if I wasn't reviewing Wild Ascent, I would have stopped at 1. In general, I usually stop at 1 unless there's a commitment. Usually. I just don't have time to, I don't have time to play every mediocre game to see if it gets better. but then I'll be on the channel being like, oh, it's better than you think if you give it multiple plays. I mean, it is. I don't expect you to give it multiple plays. That's your decision. Fractal Beyond the Void. Played the prototype, not the final copy. I think it's a good game, but didn't wow me. I like Last Light better as far as that faster 4x experience. Barcelona, have not played. Heroes of Might and Magic is not a 2023 title. This is that complexity thing. Ticket to Ride Legacy Legends of the West, fantastic game. How far down? Are we almost done with this list? No, we're nowhere near. Is this all on one page? This is, oh, you know, we're going to stop for chat right now because this is going to be a longer video than I thought. This is going to be a longer video than I thought. Let's see how chat's doing. Okay. Anyone else having low stream quality? No, that seems to be, it looks like just you. I'm saying that based on other answers, not me. Zombicide Undead are Alive. Favorite game is Cascadia. Cascadia is great. Not a 2023 title, so it wouldn't be eligible for that conversation. Voidfall's pretty epic. Castle of Burgundy. Do you get to play Celtic? Okay, I'm caught up. Good afternoon. 12 by 12. Hello, Wrench-wielding Srebmi. Indeed, Wrench-wielding Srebmi. I managed to track down a full Dungeon Alliance package. I'm super hyped to play it. Enjoy it. Do Patreon backers have access to your game ratings 1 to 5 for games you reviewed, or is that public somewhere? Sydney, great question. I am in the process of trying to catalog all of my reviews for all time. Originally, once upon a time, I had it in a shared area people could reference, but then I stopped using that area and shifted over somewhere else, and that kind of messed up my tracking. So I'm currently in the process of going through all 800 reviews. I'm about 250 reviews in to log them all in a database that I will then share publicly. That's the short version. 1 to 5 for games. I enjoyed all my gameplay Legacy of You. Yep, like Expeditions. Did you try La Famiglia? No, but Scarface, yes, I did. Let's see. Hegemony will probably be first 2023 to enter top 100. That's insane to me. That's insane. Like, I thought Hegemony was going to be too complicated for enough people to love, because there's so much going on to learn and play that game. I think it's a great game, but yeah. I'm playing Hegemony at Dice Tower West. Enjoy that. Swab me. You're making me want to go to Dice Tower West. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm really happy for the designers of Hegemony. Absolutely. Stream good. Marvel Zombies is awesome. Wife wasn't happy with the 12 boxes. We own Septum but haven't played it. Maybe we should just put it in the sell pile if Alex liked it but didn't love it. I mean, it's worth playing. I think every game you own, most games you own are worth playing. But I don't think I've seen enough people loving Septima for, never go by my opinion alone, but I don't think I've seen Septima being massively well received. So there's that. Jenna seems to really like Septima, but that's the other theme. Yeah, possibly. I don't know. I haven't seen Jenna's opinion. Thunder Road Vendetta is fun. Loving Oathsworn. Sound of the stream is sometimes a bit crackling static for me. That's not good. I don't like that. Okay, cool. Let's continue. 4 Shuffle. Great game. I think it's very fun. I don't think it's 2023 picks for me, but great game. Zuvadis, haven't played it, learned the rules. Arcase, really need to play that one. It's on my list of the 7,000 campaign games I will never play. Great Western Trail New Zealand, I'm still trying to get Great Western Trail Argentina played. Vampire Masquerade Chapters, added to the list of games I want to play. Road Wonders, solid game, good game, not a best of 2023 pick for me. Master Universe the board game, Clash of Eternia, so good. Such a good game. Sleeping Gods Distant Skies, way too new. I just got it. I may even play it, but it's 2024 already. I may play it before I do the video, but I don't think it's going to be eligible for a 2023 list. It's too close to 2024. Anarchy Down of the Gods, have not played it. Primal Awakening is not a 2023 title. Evenfall, I got 1 play of this in at WSBG. I really liked it, but I need to play it more if I'm going to put on the best games of 2023. I would say if I played this more, it would be eligible for being a 2023 best of 2023 pick, but you can't get your hands on a copy. I believe Surfing Meeple picked up the distribution of it, I believe in the US, so it should be available at some point, but not yet. Jerusalem, Anno Domini, I read the rules, haven't played it. Orenburger Canal, I've seen a bunch of people enjoy this one, I haven't played it myself. Twilight Struggle Red Sea, have not played. City of the Great Machine, solid game, I enjoy it. I've seen a lot of people really enjoying this one. I like it, not best of 2023. 20 Strong, did I put that on my possibilities list? I did, it's on my possibilities list. 20 Strong is fantastic, I think it's a great game, highly recommend it. Bot Factory, have not played it. Laganja Master Set. This is a tough one. I got a copy of this one. I think I'm putting it in the Level Up library because as good as I think Laganja is, I need to update the Level Up library. That's another thing. Oh yeah, let's do Level Up, a little promotion there. Level Up Retreat's going to be February 2nd to 4th. If you want to come join us and play games in Woodbridge, New Jersey, you can go ahead and check out, just Google Level Up Retreat. You can also use my code. I believe the code is Alex2024. It might be Board Game Code 2024. If you forget that, you can use any of the other codes from various content creators to get 10% off your ticket. I think it's, or maybe it's $10 off your ticket. It might be $10 off your ticket. Anyways, Level Up Retreat. Come join us and play games February 2nd to 4th in Woodbridge, New Jersey, where you'll also be able to play Lagrange Deluxe Master Set. It's a great game. The problem is the modules really add to the experience. It's a very, very good game. I give it a 4 to 5. The problem is for Euros of this weight class, I've said this before, for Euros that take up, an hour and a half, 2 hours of time, I usually want them to be a 4.5 out of 5, and Lagrange is not there for me. Undaunted Battle of Britain. I like the Undaunted series. I don't love it. Haven't played that version. Rats of Wistar have not played. Oros. I would never think this is a 2023 pick, but I think Oros is great. I just wouldn't be a best of 2023 for me. Deliverance. Oh my gosh, I need to play this more. I've only played this once. I'm prepping for it. It's right over here next to me. I need to play it more. I need to play everything more. Everything more. Anyways, Deliverance is a great game, but I need to play it more to put it in best of 2023. So on the off chance I get it played before I put together my list, it's possible. But I also have complaints about it, so I don't know if it would make the list. We'll see. It's a good game, though. It's a very good game. Lord of the Rings Adventure Book game. This is a great game to finish once and move on. I would never play it again. Unmatched Adventures Tales to Amaze. I've played my first game of this. I think it's good. I'm not into the hype of it, but I think it's a very good game. I do enjoy it. I'm not buying the hype of it, at least not yet. I mean, maybe I need to play it more. I'll see. I like it. I could stay in my collection, at least as of right now, but yeah, we'll see. Astronites, I think it's a good game, not best of. Rolling Heights, oh my gosh, Rolling Heights. I have to add that to the possibilities. Rolling Heights. I forget how many things are in. I'm just adding to my notes of, jeez, this list, man. Sail was a disappointment to me. Did not love Sail. I'm planning on playing it more before reviewing it, so if the review's more positive than me saying it's a disappointment, then that means I played it more and my opinion changed. But I have one play of it, and not for me so far. Three Ring Circus, I have not played, but I want to. Among Cultists, have not played. I own it. I want to play it. Arborea, have not played. Scars of the Tigris, I definitely want to play this one, but because I like Wayfarers a lot. Bloodstones, I've seen such mixed reviews on this one. This is from Martin Wallace, which already makes me interested. But Bloodstones has a lot of mixed reviews as far as there are people who love it, and there are people who are like derivative, boring, not good enough. Very, very intrigued. I want to play it. Veil of Eternity, have not played. Planta Nubo, have not played. Tiny Epic Vikings, I played the prototype and I have it on my shelf, but either way it wouldn't be a best of 2023. My Island, I like My Island, would not be a best of 2023. Search for the Lost Species, same story. Tamashii, I need to play it. I enjoyed it. I don't think it would be a best of, but I enjoyed it. Everdell Farshore, that is, it's more Everdell. I like Everdell a lot, so this is definitely a nice asterisk as far as best possible game 2023. Pirates of Maracaibo, want to play. Subterras, no real interest. Skies Above Britain, no real interest. La Famiglia, I never heard of this one until the chat. Like the chat, I never even heard of this one, so there's that. Stranger Things, I liked it, but it's kind of a one and done for me. It's like play the scenarios until you win. That gives you like maybe 3 or 4 plays, and then get rid of it. That's where I am with it. I would never play it again. No, I would never play the same scenario again, except I already have to teach others, but I wouldn't for my own personal desire. Trailblazer, I like that one. Agamonia, oh my gosh. You see, I'm putting it on the list as a possibility, but really what I should do, I should give it a few months and then do a video of the 10 games that just missed 2023. Okay, I should do something like that because Agamonia just arrived. In fact, later today there'll be an unboxing on the channel. You can check that out. I am so excited for Agamonia. I cannot tell you. It might be a terrible game. I mean, I don't think it's a terrible game. I played it. I liked it. But maybe it's worse than I remember. Maybe it gets bad as you go into it. But I am so excited to play this game. I cannot tell you. Yeah, I'm excited. Divinity Original Sin. Yeah, it's a good game. I enjoy it. Ultimately, the biggest problem with Divinity Original Sin will be, will I pick it over games like Agamonia? I have a list of campaign games that's like 50 games long between what's here, what's coming, and all that, and it's obscene. It's absolutely obscene. I have no self-respect. Fit to Print. Good game, not best of 2023. Ice is a very good game, not best of 2023. Skytear Horde, very good game, same problem. Trailblazers, very good game. Is it on my list? It should be on my list. It's on my list. List just means the possibilities. We'll see what happens. Dead by Daylight, have not played it. Nar, have not played it. Why does this sound so familiar? I haven't played it though. Why does it? Oh no, I did. Did I play this? What is this game? I haven't played it at all. Is this Bombix? I have not played this at all. No idea. No idea. Anyways, Bamboo, have not played. East India, have not played. Village, I played the original Village. Shogun no Katana, great game. I didn't keep it though. It's one of those games that, and I always feel bad about those, but there are games over time that I'll review and then this showed up like 3 years after I covered it, and I didn't have an interest anymore. It's one of those games that was so long ago from when I covered that I kind of lost interest. I believe I put it in the Level Up Retreat library, if you want to try it there. It is a good game. My recollection of playing it, you're crafting a sword, very fun. I thought it was very well done, but yeah. Far Away, have not played. Waymar, have not played. Brookstills, I'm waiting for a copy of this one. I'm supposed to be getting a copy, but we'll see what happens. Hyperspace, have not played. And Moon, have not played. We are done with page 1. Okay. Let's see. Forest Shuffle's on BGA. Forest Shuffle is, sub me, hit me up. I'll play Forest Shuffle anytime. I think it's great. I think it's really solid. I had my friend printing me an Instant for the White Castle player map. Enjoy that. Sea Salt and Paper is my family's go-to. Level up events. Thanks you for the link, Srebme. Srebme, join us. Well, not me. Srebme, I'm still upset. This list is so making me realize how many games I have on my shelf of opportunity. Yep. Sail took us about 4 plays to realize all the stuff we have to do and think about, especially if your first game was the learning map. Yeah, Sail to me feels procedural. I don't feel rewarded. I feel procedural in Sail. Agamemnon is really a 2024 release for everyone who backed it. It's been my most anticipated game for the last 2 years. I don't disagree with you at all. I think it arrived on my, I have an early copy, and it arrived, I think, January 1st or 2nd. It arrived January 2nd for me. Holy hell, yeah. So it arrived 2 days ago. I unboxed it yesterday. So, yesterday, yeah. But, yeah, so it's not even 2020, it's not, but whatever. Far Away won't be available until NA, until North America, until 2024. Cool. Good to go. Okay, we're 26 minutes in, and we're only done with page 1. We may not make it all 5 pages. We'll see. But we'll see how it goes. 51st State Ultimate Edition. How is that 2023? That must be like the... it's a new version of it. Tainted Grail Kings of Rune. Not the 2023 pick. Mythic Battles Ragnarok. That may have arrived. Haven't played it. Freelancers. Have a copy. Have not played it. Very excited for it. Black Rose Rebirth. Not 2023. Star Wars Shatterpoint. Have not played. Daybreak. Have not played. Western Front. Have not played. Hotbox Remastered. Have not played. This is going to be not played. Too Many Bones Unbreakable. Sadly enough, have not played. Kinfire Chronicles, have not played. Nightmare Cathedral, love that one. I thought it was great, but it would not be a best 2023. Zoo Tycoon, solid game, would not be best 2023. Orc Quest Warpath, The Warp, Life of the Amazonia. I want to play Life of the Amazonia, but I have not done so yet. Nova Aeris, I liked it, would not be best 2023. Resident Evil, the board game. Is that on my list? I hate myself sometimes. I really like Resident Evil. This list is so obnoxiously long. Speaking of Patreon, maybe I'll do a best 10 games and then second best stuff on Patreon. We'll see. Hibiscus Sword of Cosmos, have not played. General Orders World War II, better be on my possibility list. Nope, it's not, because I'm an idiot. General Orders World War II. That's now possibly. The British Way, not played. Cosmo Octopus, have played. Started off very strong for me, went down. I still like it. I think it's a 4 to 5, but it started off like, oh my gosh, this is so much fun, and then it went down to a 4 to 5. Path to Civilization, have not played. Halls of Hegra is, I started it. I'm in the middle of a game. It's up there. It's a bit of a problem. Terrascape, have not played. Monterey, I've not played at all, no. Banished Snakes, have not. Solar, not. Witchcraft, no. Bantam West, played the prototype. Jin. Dungeons Dragons Onslaught, Figures Specific. Robot Quest Arena, didn't work for me as much. I think it's fine. It's just, some people seem to love it, and I'm kind of in the fine category. Bonsai, no. Sagat Arsons, strong game, not best of 2023. Through Ice of Snow, Age Contrived, not a 2023 picked. There's so many games that are not 2023 titles here, which is annoying. Tales from the Red Dragon Inn. I keep seeing people like hyped about this one and really enjoying it. Like people who are playing it, they're like, it's just a good dungeon crawler, which makes me interested. But I also have not played. Horrified Greek Monsters. Read the rules, have not played. Jenna Kulkatan. Okay. I know Jenna's in the chat, but this is the obligatory point of the conversation where I have to say, Jenna, you have to Kulkatan at some point. This is getting a little ridiculous. Okay, texts have officially been sent. Series. I played Series. I liked Series. It wasn't great. It was good. Galileo Project, haven't played. Wild Tile West, want to play that one. Raising Robots, good. Would not make my best of. It's a solid game. It's got some of the best art I've seen, but would not make my best of 2023. Unmatched, haven't played this one. Last Kingdom, have not played. I need to play so many games. Srebme, she can't call base Catan because she had expansion. She has an excuse, okay? Got her a full 3D version with the hope that she'd call Catan and still not, unfortunately. Dungeons & Dragons Yawning Portal, haven't played. Imperial Miners, I liked it. I think it's good, but it's a 4 to 5. First in Flight, it's 4 to 5. Seas of Havoc didn't work for me as much. Thought it was okay. Motor City, 4 to 5. Anything that's a 4 to 5 is just not making the list. It's got to be a 4.5 to even be eligible for best games of 2023. There are a lot of good games in 2023, I will say that. Union Stockyards, I played it. Thought it was good. Mercurial, didn't love that one, honestly. Borderlands, I have it on my shelf. Haven't played. Zangu, The Footsteps of Darwin, none of these. Art Society, good, 4 to 5. Maple Valley, very good, but I always struggle with kids games and family games. Like, I actively enjoy Maple Valley. I want to play it more with my kids, but I don't want to play with my game group. So that's always an interesting balance as to how do I rank and rate those. Like, do they just not have the possibility to ever be higher than a 4? I don't know. Santa's Workshop. I played the basic version of this. I need to play the advanced version because the basic version was arguably bad. Like, not bad, just like so basic. But the advanced version, I think, is where the game's supposed to be, so we'll see. Flip Down. I like that one. 4 to 5. We have Celte. Have not played. Race to the Raft. Race to the Raft has gone down for me. It's gone down. Race to the Raft was start off strong. Start off as a 4 to 5. Nothing crazy. But the more I played it, the more I feel like I don't need to play 80 scenarios to see what this game has to offer. It is fun. I've enjoyed it, and that's where I am with it. Amistad, The Golden Temple, haven't played. Unmatched, haven't played. Well, not that one. Valor and Villainy, like it, but I haven't played enough to know if it's a 4, to know if it's a best of 2023. I know that, oh my gosh, One Stop Co-op Shop really enjoys it. Haven't played, I mean, I played the original Shipyard, I think it's fantastic. People Power, haven't played. Chosen Princesses, I just scroll through these, really just, if I don't comment in it, I haven't played it. Illiterati, I like it a lot. It's a 4 to 5, good game. Call of Kilforth, I want to play so badly. I have it. I think that could be a really strong game for me. Delta, I got it, but I have not played it. Dragon Bond, played the original. It's a 4 to 5. The Breach, not a 2023 title. Leaf is okay to me. I think it's more of a gimmick than anything else. Star Trek Away Missions, I need to play so... I have like way too many games that I need to play, in addition to campaign games that I want to play, in addition to my personal collection that I want to play. I played 2,100 games last year, not different games. I got 2,100 plays last year, and I still feel that I'm nowhere near where I want to be. Like, what are you supposed to do? How is anyone supposed to keep up? Do you just give up? I think we just give up. I think that's the way to do it, right? We should just all give up. That's safer. Rebuilding Seattle. I want to play it. Heard good things about it. Okay, and then we're on to the next page, which means it's time for chat catching up. Okay. Took us about 4 plays. Agamonia, Far Away, Hyperspace in 2024 if we're lucky. Hey, Board Game Garden. The Footsteps of Darwin is underappreciated. Good to know. Jenna's here. Alex's top 10. Jenna, I just watched your year in review recap. I just watched that. It was great. Great job with no cuts until the very end. Hello, Brian. Hello, Brian. Who's Brian? Brian. There's Brian. Okay. Alex's top 10 of 2023 will have 15 games. You'll be lucky if it has only 15 games. Doesn't she have 3D? Love Raising Robots. A board game? Yeah, Jenna. So I like Raising Robots. I like Raising Robots a lot. It is one that could grow in theory, but as of right now, I think it's a very good game. It's a 4 to 5 for me, which is good. 4 to 5 is good. It's in my collection. It's on my shelf. It's beautiful art. That might be the thing that keeps it there for right now. General Orders World War 2 is great. Yes, it is. It will happen, people. Wait, what do you mean it'll happen? Are you gonna cull Catan? No way. No way. Yeah, and Brian, I agree with you. It's just for the memes at this point. It's all about the memes. Okay, I think that's caught up in chat. No, I didn't catch up in chat. Same Alex to what? What did I say? I don't know what I said. Just giving up? Giving up? I think we should all give up. Play Federation. No, Brian, I haven't played Federation. I'm giving up. I've decided that. That's my New Year's resolution, is to give up on board games. I'm going back to video games. Factorio, here I come. Channeling my inner Alex, maybe. Okay. Challengers Beach Cup. I think it's good, not great. Mall Peak. I played the original, not Mall Peak. Cusco. That is... Oh, I want to play that one. I have it on the shelf. I have it behind me somewhere. I like Bora Bora a lot, and that's the one that's the one it's based on, so I want to play that one. Kingdom Rush Element Uprising. That is a 2024 title. I do not count as 2023. I mean, I should, because it showed up like the last 3 days. But Kingdom Rush Element Uprising. Very excited for that one. That could be... Do I count that as a new game? I think that would get a special mention. It's basically, and then again, Marvel Zombies, same problem. That's interesting. Marvel Zombies, Kingdom Rush. These are interesting questions as to it's basically a re-implementation. Like, if I'm not going to count Castle of Burgundy, why do I count Kingdom Rush Marvel Zombies? And the answer is at least they have rules differences as opposed to literally just the deluxe version. Granted, there's an expansion for Castle of Burgundy. That's not the same thing. Nuances. Tesseract, good game. Not in my collection over here. Not in my top 10 games of 2023. It is in my collection. Lacuna. Interested in that one? It looks good. Looks cool. Is that the one I think it is? No, I don't know what that is. What is Lacuna? Why does it sound familiar? Oh, I've seen this. I have no interest in this one. It might be amazing. I just don't have an actual interest. Maximum Apocalypse Wasted Wilds was good. I enjoyed it. At this point, we're getting versions of games. Thunder Road Vendetta Maximum Chrome is a version of a game. Rogue Angels, I liked it. Not 2023. Almost Innocent, good but not great. EOS, good but not great. Although, I should have a copy of EOS coming my way. I need to check with them. What's going on with that one? Stuka Leader, didn't play. Barracks, no. River Rally, great game, re-implementation, but it's fine. Dixit Disney Edition, it's fine. It's a more Dixit, it's good. Disney Animated, I want to play that one. I want to play Disney Animated. Microcosmos, Ghost of X. Ghost of X was fine. I like the original Ghost of More, I think. Pioneer Rails is good from Drowned Games, a 3.5. It's in my collection for right now. I don't think it stays forever, but it might depend on the maps. Like, I enjoyed Pioneer Rails. It's a good roll and write, but there's so many good games. Scoventure, haven't played. Sea Dragons. Oh, this just got picked up by Draco Studios, so it's gonna be coming to crowdfunding. This is from Simone Luciani. This actually looks pretty cool. This one looks pretty cool. It's looks cool as well to term. It's basically a polyomino game, but like you play these polyomino cards and you put shapes of dragons down. Like it seems well rated, but like lighter, but from Simone Luciani, so there's that. I'm interested in it. Anything polyomino and sea dragon sounds like a good time. Match of the Century. That is a good game. I am putting that. Is that not on my list already? Match of the Century. Dear Lord, I'm gonna need so many lists. This is like, Match of the Century is absolutely eligible for our best of 2023. I liked it a lot. Siberian, haven't played it. I played the entire genre, but not that one. Marvin Knights about to get in. That's more Marvin Knight. I wouldn't count it. Karak 2, haven't played it, but I probably should. My kids, let me see what this looks like. Because my kid loves, one of my kids in particular loves Karak. So is this like this really, I mean, it looks like Karak, but it's got different tiles, so it does look like Karak 2. I'm interested in this one. Who publishes this one? Who puts this out? Albi? Yeah, I'm interested. My kids like Karak, so we'll see what happens. We Are Coming, haven't played. Ancient Terrible Things, I read the rules, have not played. Vienna, I read the rules, have not played. Jekyll and Hyde, Stock Scotland Yard, have not played that one. The art looks great. That's, you know, some, oh my gosh, blanking on his name, but the artist who's very good. Not Lacerda, but the person who works with Lacerda. Ian O'Toole? Is that Ian O'Toole? No, it's not Ian O'Toole. It's the other one. There's Ian O'Toole and there's the other one. It is Vincent Trait. That's who it is. That's who it is. Death Village All-Stars. Good game, not best of 2023. Halloween, Kiwi Chowdown, haven't played. Nova Roma, really like that one. Is that even, is it out? Is it officially out? Has Nova Roma landed? I guess I've seen people with a copy, but I should have a copy coming. My copy's not here yet, so I don't know. Snapshot Tactics. Fine game. Luna Rush, good game. The art really holds it back for me. Like, this is one of those games that's a tough one. Like, I hate when this happens, but like, ultimately, if a game is great, I don't care what the art's like. If a game is very good, the art can be a thing. Like, Raising Robots is probably being kept here because the art elevates it. Luna Rush is a game I don't need to own because the art takes it down. It's a good game, but the art takes it down for me. Pericles is a big box ambitious game that looks very cool and I have not played. Dreadful Meadows, like it a lot, but it's a 4 to 5. It's not higher. We have Boop, Bark Avenue, Naturopolis. Naturopolis is very good, but it's more, again, that goes, I don't feel it's a new game, although I'm just making up the rules as I go along. Age of Inventors, I liked it, but didn't love it. Bacon, haven't played. Come Sail Away, haven't played. Waypoints, haven't played. Trick Shot, second edition. I mean, it's a second edition. Run better be on my eligibility list, because it should be. It's on my eligibility list. Taverns and Dragons, good game, not amazing. Ancient Realms is good. I like it a lot. That's a very, very good game. It's my new favorite Button Shy game. Not to say it's my favorite Button Shy game, but it's one of my new favorite Button Shy games. Solani was okay. Heart of Darkness, All Time Wrestling. Guild Academies, have not played this one. Comet, Shadows of Brimstone. I like the Valeria universe in general. Fable the Spirit Lands, it wasn't for me. I didn't love that one. Mindspace, haven't played. Kirai the Jewel, good game, but it's not going to be amazing. Roll for Great Old One is a bit of a disappointment for me. I backed that one, was excited for it, and it kind of let me down a bit. Draftsman Records, very solid game, but it's a 4 to 5. It's not amazing. It's a solid game. We have Rebel Princess, which makes me think of Rebel Moon, which I just finished. Which Rebel Moon, like, I can't tell how good or how bad it is. Like, it's a different conversation. Let's save that for my movie reviews in the week in review. Hooky was fine. I enjoyed it. Black Friday, Philosophy, Arkan Wars. Like, Arkan Wars is good. Again, lots of good games. We are drifting out of the main ones. Again, these lists will generally have, like, more as you go through it. Let's go to page 4 and check out chat. Okay. When do we get the big end-of-year call video? Okay, China and Alex, maybe having too many games to play. Yes, indeed. Alex, when do we get the big end-of-year call video from you? I have to double-check. It should be going up soon. Yeah, soon. Let me check my calendar. Give me a second here. My calendar, it looks like I have it listed as going up. No. Wait, what? End-of-year call is currently planned for January 17th. Okay, usually it would be earlier in the month, but because I'm doing the top 100, those are kind of taking up all my list video slots, my extra slots. So it's going to be planned for January 17th. I get rid of a lot of games. It's just solo this year. It's just me. No Meg this time. But I did an end-of-year call. I want to say fairly vicious. I was very happy with it, and I'm still upset with how many games are left. So there's that. Because 2023 was a good year. Like, let me just go through this right now. Without getting too much into it, okay? Here's what we got. For 2023, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. We currently have 21 titles for my best games of 2023 that are eligible for best games, that are in my collection 100%, that's not even counting the ones that don't make best games but are still here. I've added a lot of games to my list in 2023. It is not okay. Okay, we'll see what happens. I can't believe you said you're going back to video games. I can't think you were joking, but this would still hurt. Yeah, I'm not going back to video games. In fact, even Factorio, I'm off my Factorio addiction. I still play it, but my staying up till 4 in the morning playing for 5 hours straight, that phase is done with, at least for now. But I'm still playing video games. Just, I was here. I've always bounced around a bit with video games. Like, it's a hobby I never left, but it's a hobby I go up and down in. But pre-Factorio, I was over here. If this is the floor, I was over here. Like a dash of video games. A little Slay the Spire, maybe the occasional round of Hearthstone, a game of Overwatch once in a while. That's where I was. Factorio brought me up to, like, off the chart over here, like, full-on addiction. And now I'm back to, like, over here. Like, I'm higher than where I was, but it's all in control. It's not a problem. It's not a problem. I swear it's not a problem. It's not a problem. Alderaan Duel. Wait, no, it's not. Let's chat. My start of year call is coming next week. Enjoy it, Jenna. Enjoy. I always have fun with those. Marvel Zombies is different enough from previous Zombicides. I kind of agree with you. Jenna, I'm excited to watch it. BGG needs a better filtering option to group game versions together with a rating on what version people consider to be the best version. Yes. Brian, that's what I'm doing with my top 100. So effectively, whenever I get to Marvel Zombies, I'm gonna because Marvel Zombies is in my top 100. But whenever I get to it, I'll be like, I effectively say, here's Marvel Zombies in my top 100. This is the best version of it, and then also Black Plague is right neck and neck with it. And then here's here. So we have my top 100, which is this list. Marvel Zombies is here, and then I kind of branch out and talk about the versions and where they rank for me. And I do that for a few different games. And I think that's the way that makes the most sense. Choose the best iteration of the game, have that rank the highest, and everything else is just like, hey, here's where it would be. Like, you know, Through the Ages, it's a 17. And also, the other versions would roughly be, 42 and 59, but they're not actually in the top 100 because that's crazy. Who needs... whatever. Anyways. I agree Federation is really awesome. I'm looking forward to that one. Federation is listed as 2022. It's starting to be that you have to really understand what you love or what others love if it's your playstyle. Oh, Pariah, it's been that way for a while. The problem is I'm an Omni gamer, and I also cover games for a living. Between those two, I mean, covering games for a living kind of balances out because my work is often playing a lot of games. So that balances out with the fact that I have to. As far as the Omni gamer part, that makes it tricky. Like, I really need to... Like, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? Just get rid of everything that's a 4 to 5 at this point? Like, is 4... if it's a good game, it's interesting, because, like, rating games is always fascinating, because if I like games enough, should I lower my ratings to match where the standard is? And I don't think so. If a game's a 4 to 5, it's a 4 to 5. Is it the game's fault that there are so many good options to pick from? So I think what's happening more and more is I've noticed a trend. As I've been going through my entire rating system, I've noticed a trend where more and more 4 to 5s are no longer as safe as they used to be. It used to be a 3.5, there was no expectation that it was in my collection. It might happen to temporarily be here, but I wouldn't expect it to stay, I wouldn't expect it to last. It might be here for someone else, it might be here because I want to play it a few more times, but they're not long-term games. Versus 4s are where they start to be safe, and I've noticed that 4s are much less safe than they used to be. There's still a decent chance that if I rated a 4, I'm keeping it. But whereas 4.5s, by the way, 4.5s, those are currently safe. Like, going through my games so far, the amount of games that leave my collection from being a 4.5 or a 5, and then talking about initial rating. Like, if I initially rated a 5 or initially rated a 4.5, like, maybe 1 or 2 have left. Like, Destiny's left as a 5, but, like, very, very few games leave that are 4.5s or 5. Very, very few. But 4s... I don't know. I'm going to get you some stats. Once I finish it all, I'm going to do some stats. But I'm curious, like, what are the stats on that? Like, do 25% of games that I rate a 4, are they gone? Is it 50% of games that I rated a 4? I think a 4 should be a safe game, but it's just not anymore. Okay, let's see. I think you previously mentioned how some games you like the rule set, but the theme or art doesn't resonate with you. Yep, that's definitely true. If such a game were to be reskinned, yeah, 100%. 100%. If a game was reskinned with, like, if someone took... What's a game that I got rid of because of the art and production? Not the... I can't think. What's the game? There's... What is it called? There's Keyforge, but then Soulforge. Soulforge Fusion. If Soulforge Fusion was reskinned, I'd be all over it. I think it doesn't work as it is. But there are other games too. I can't remember them offhand, but there are a bunch of games that I've gotten rid of because just the visual production held it back for me. Board game release years are messed up? Yes, 100%. I think reviewers are better to do rankings, which is the best new games they played that year. So, Richard, the only problem with that is For example, I played Wayfarers of the South Tigris and I loved it, right? But if I put that in my best games of 2023, oh, forget that, because that's still recent enough that I'm fine with it. Let's say I play a game let's say I play El Grande for the first time, and then I put it in my best games of 2023. If they're the exception, if you have a best games of 2023 and it's mostly games of 2023 and there's one older game, fine, the list still serves its purpose. But if it's basically just the games I happen to play this year, you can call it best games I played, but people looking for new recommendations, like what are the best new games that came out, they're not getting that from the list. So I think there is a purpose to both lists, but it just changes how you engage with it. That's what it comes down to. Rebel Moon was such a disappointment. Characters were kind of boring. Rebel Moon was interesting. Like, again, I think it was both terribly bad, but also good. Like, I couldn't stop watching. It almost felt like a train wreck in a good and bad way at the same time. Satisfactory, if you like Factorio, have you tried Satisfactory? I bought Satisfactory in preparation to play it at some point, but I refuse to do it now because I'm just getting off my addiction. Video game, campaign game. If you want a lovely campaign game with amazing art, check out Hollow Knight. I can't add more video games right now. I still 100% think there's some sort of time phase shift situation going on around your house for you to play this many games and then have time for video games. The video games, put it this way, there's a reason November saw my lowest plays in a long time. November saw 102 games played compared to my usual 150 plus. In December, I got back up to 153, so we're good in December again. Okay, stole Hermione's time turner. Yeah, I wish I had Hermione's time turner. Okay, let's go through this last page over here. We got 2 pages left, I guess, technically, but we're doing good on time. Castlescape, I liked, didn't love. Freaky Frog, Sweet Mess I liked, didn't love. Aeropostal, Drop Drive, liked, didn't love. I mean, many games I liked, didn't love. Welcome to Collector's Edition, I want that. I want the Collector's Edition, I don't have it. Age of Champions, AOC Age of Champagne. Oh, Age of Champions, not Champagne. Okay, Numpsters, oh, Numpsters, no, I like it. I was reaching to my phone to put on my best of 2023. It's not. It's a very good game. I like it a lot. It's a great travel game, but it's almost more about the convenience than anything else. Anything else here? Fugitive. I haven't played the second edition. I like the first edition. Haven't played Primeval Peril. Hard to get. Mysterious Sigilum, I did play. I like it. Not a best game of 2023. Junk Drawer. Very good game. Is it on my list? It should be eligible. I'm going to put it on the list. I give it a 4.5. I like it a lot. Like, I like it a lot, but I don't know if it's going to make the cut. But it's definitely on the eligibility list. It might be on the second list. Fuse Countdown, Ticket to Ride Berlin. I played Berlin. I thought it was okay, but I don't like the small boxes as much. Dead by Daylight, Jacques Marc was fine. Kapow was fine. Starry Night, Nebula, Magical Friends was fine. Awkward Guest 2, I haven't played Awkward Guest 2. Regroup Chicken Army, that's a cute little game, but that's it. Five Peaks, Beaver Creek, Battle of Gods, Gempire, Cantaloupe. I like Cantaloupe. I haven't played the new one. Silver and Gold Pyramids. I like Silver and Gold. I'm glad they came out with a new version. Mindbug, it's good. Binding of Isaac, haven't played. Curry, Micro Macro, Crime City Showdown. Oh, there's a new Micro Macro? I didn't even realize. I played the first two. I didn't realize there's a third one. Cloudy Kingdom. Yeah, at this point, Cartouche was fun. Fine. Skyrox is good, but again, not great. Vindication, I don't count that. Heroes of Sale, Lucky 7, Tiny Picked Vikings Deluxe. Barrio, yeah, we're really going down to the bottom of the barrel at this point. Not a bad way, just like it's just more all over the place as far as the actual listing. So I think we might wrap it before we even get to page 5. Oh, page 5. Here we go. Page 5 is 3 titles. That's it. That's basically what we have. That is the list. Let's take a look at chat and see how things are going. Primal says 2023. That must mean everyone has the copy. Hello everyone. I'm so late. At least I made it for a bit. Yeah, we're wrapping up right now. This is going over the top games, going over the 2023 games to see what's out there, to see what's been played and not been played. Overall, I got a decent amount played, but there's still so much more left to play. At this point, I don't know. I think I need to stop. I think I need to say no to more games. Like, I would rather play Agamonia this whole week than play the list of games that I have to knock them off my list. I need to be more selective. Or take the Dice Tower approach and like get someone else to come on board and, do all the mediocre reviews. Although, to be fair to the Dice Tower, they all do the mediocre reviews. They just shift it around. But, yeah. It's hard. It's hard to keep up. But I'm happy. I mean, I played Castle of Burgundy 86 times last year. Let's go through some basic stats at the end of the year thingies. Let's see how we're doing our stats. So, I have 2,124 games played. Oh, do I want to do this in a different... Maybe I'll do this in a different next live stream. You know what? I'll save my 2023 stats for another live stream so we can go through that. But I did play 397 new-to-me games. That's more than a game a day. That's where all the Agamonia time is not getting played. I want to play Agamonia. I want to play it a lot. I'm like prepped and ready to go. but I also am prepping for Sleeping Gods, Distant Skies. It's hard. It's hard. That's what it comes down to. It's a good problem to have, having too many games. But this hobby is addicting. I mean, the video game space is insane. If you're into video games, I can't imagine how anyone who remotely keeps up in video games. On the flip side, when video games go on sale, they get them for like $4. Like, hey, here's a $60 video game from 2 years ago, but now it's $4 because it's all digital. There's no hard copy of it, so you're able to do that. Board games don't have that luxury. Board games are always expensive, but that means at least they also hold their value. I've never sold a game in my Steam library. I've sold plenty of board games. Okay. At what point do you start curating your plays rather than trying to play everything? I don't even understand the question, Brian. So the answer is, I always try to curate my plays. I always try to play less games to a degree. But like, you know that feeling when you go to a buffet and everything's tempting and you put it all on your plate and then you start to realize how little space you actually have? I'm tempted by everything, and I constantly escalate my threshold of what I'm willing to say no to. But even as I do that, more and more people are trying to send me things, and I want those things. I want to play these games. I want to play Among Cultists. I want to play Star Trek Away Missions. I want to play the new Descent Legends Unlock, whatever it is. I want to play Space Line Divide and Conquer. I want to play all these games. It's just hard. It's just hard. But like reviews are the first thing I need to say no to more, because those inherently are usually like things that don't exist as much yet or have as much testimonials. Before I became a content creator, I used to stay away from the hot games. I'd play the hot games a year after people had said, like when people were still talking about them, like Blood Rage, Terraforming Mars, Spirit Island. Those are all games that I held off on getting until much later down the road because I wanted to make sure people still liked them. And they're games that still stand the test of time. It's still in my collection. So Marvel Champions, I waited a year to get that game. Like there's so many games that I hold off on, but now as a reviewer, I'm like, no, I have to jump on the new thing because people are excited about it. So there is that trade-off, and it is a job. It's a benefit. At what point do you start? Let us know if you need an intervention, Alex. No, Harris, because it's my job, I don't need an intervention. Meaning, people should. I think most people will be envious of how much I like my job. So the fact that my job is just pulling me in so many directions of things I want to do, I can deal with that problem. I just play more games, but instead we just keep playing Raising Robots. That's fair. I like when Dice Tower reviews 7 bad games at once, especially with Tom when he gets angry. I don't like angry reviews. I don't. I've done it, I think, twice. I don't like angry reviews. I don't like it when I do it. I don't like when other people are doing it. I think that there's a degree of gravitas and weight to the impact you can have on somebody. And if I don't like something, I prefer to be flat about it. I think twice I've been like, just how could this even be a game? And that was frustrating enough. But I don't like it, and I try to minimize it. But as far as the roundup reviews, yeah, I agree with you. There's a reason. Almost always, my more like, if you want to see more of my like 2s, 2.5s, and 3s, they're usually in roundup reviews where I just review a bunch of small box games, and I've started singing alongside them now. There's another one I have coming up again. Like it's a bunch of 2.5s, 3s, 2s. Like it's a mediocre ratings on games. I started Distant Skies. If you start taking in less, you may miss things like Sankori. That's the problem, Joey. That is every single year. One of my favorite videos I ever did on the channel, let's see if I can find it. One of my favorite videos I ever did on the channel kind of talks about the struggle and talks about why I still engage. But it's called, what's it called? It's called, oh, Grant Lyon's channel's back. Yay. Awesome. Awesome. If you didn't know about it, Grant Lyon has a channel, and YouTube just took down his channel. Just they said, hey, no, you are violated spamming stuff. And it's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. But his channel's back, so there's that. Anyways, what was the video called? The Hunt for the Perfect Game. Sorry for the typing noises. The Hunt for the Perfect Game. No. Okay, I need to call it Board Game Co. YouTube, you should know that it's me. I think it was called The Hunt for the Perfect Game. Yeah, okay, so Board Game Co., The Hunt for the Perfect Game, it's from 3 years ago, and it emphasizes exactly why I keep chasing new games, because constantly, every year, there are games that wouldn't have been on my radar. I should have said no to Sankori, and I love it. So, like, what am I supposed to do with that information? So, yeah, it is complicated. That is part of the problem. What games are on your list this week? So, some games on my list are Evian, Unmatched again. I want to play the second villain of Unmatched, the Alien. So I don't want to play it with the advanced difficulty cards. So I want to play Unmatched. I want to play Evian. I want to play Agamonia, Sleeping Gods, Distant Skies. There's like 2 more. The Fox Experiment is on my list for this week. What else was there? I feel there's one more. I mean, there's a long list, but the list that's planned for this week had those. I can't remember what else there was, but I feel there was something else. I'll take a look. Anyways, that's this list. Opinion, let's see. If you start taking less, you may miss things. The reason I ask, you seem to have a lot of 3s reviewed every year. Was that time well spent, or would you rather spend 4.5s and 5s? So, Brian, this is a complicated question, okay? We're going to go into a deep dive here. Complicated question. There's a few reasons why a 3 has a value. The first is that I didn't know it was a 3. I don't know what's going to be a 3 when I review it. I don't know when General Orders World War II blows my... Like, I should have said no to that. But I know the designers, and I like the designers, and I like their work. Not like... I like them personally, too. I like their work. So, like, fine, I'll say yes. So, and Corey, should have said no to that. Every year, there are games that show up. Run. I wasn't even that interested in Run. I knew it came out, but, like, their previous game, Fugitive, was a game that I liked and then got rid of. So I was like, Run was like, whatever. Like, I'll hold off. Every year, games blow my mind that weren't on my radar. So the first merit of a 3 is a 3 represents the potential for something higher. The deep dive part of this conversation is, even though playing mediocre games isn't something that I enjoy as much, for the sake of my job and my channel, it does add validity. If everything I review is a 4 and a 4.5 and a 5, then I'm just telling you, I love this game, I love this game, I love this game. There is an unfortunate validity to having mediocre reviews or even negative reviews mixed into my content, because the people who are like, oh, you like every game, because there will be, every creator has their threshold of how they come across, how they present, how excited they are, how negative they are. I think my overall stance is most games are good, most games are also forgettable, but most games are good. And then some games are great. But like, if you want actual negativity on the channel, you're not going to see a lot of it. You'll see a lot of mediocrity. A lot of mediocrity. But at least I can point to the fact that when you watch, if you watch the average review on my channel, the average review is going to be a 3.5. And so every time someone wants to be like, oh, Board Game Co., another 5 out of 5. Well, actually, no. I did 7 5 out of 5s this year. I think 7. I'm not actually sure. I did 7 5 out of 5s this year. And I did, like, 130 3.5. So, like, I can point to the data. So there is a validity to just not covering things that are exclusively good, unfortunately. One person just simply doesn't have enough time in the day for the constant new games coming out. 100%. And I've known that for a long time, but it just gets harder every year. Opinion on Dragon Eclipse. Have you played it enough to recommend it as a solo game? I think I recommend it with the caveat that I've only engaged in the prototype, and especially when it comes to campaign games, final editions are... I'm always hesitant to over-recommend it. I do like Dragon Eclipse. I don't know if I need to chase down a copy myself. Like, if Awakened Realms are not sending me a copy, I don't think I'd buy it. Not because it's not good, but because I have so many campaign games already on my backlog. Do I want to send me a copy? Yeah, I do. But I wouldn't pay for it right now because of my backlog. Carlos Tartuda, given that you play so many new games each year, do you have any strategies for learning the rules as quickly as possible? Yes. Grab the game, set up on the table, start reading the rulebook as you go through it. It seems...
Someone is at the front door.
Let me see if that's actually a front door person or if it's just FedEx hitting the thingy. Yeah, just FedEx hitting the thingy. Okay. Oh, dear Lord. Okay. What's it called? Tom is getting angry at Hasbro. I'm fine with Tom getting angry at Hasbro. I think Hasbro's large enough that the anger's fine. The issue I have is that there's a particular incident, okay? There's a particular incident where Tom literally... Yeah, Joe, definitely a new game. Almost certainly. Maybe I'll go unbox it. Maybe I'll go get it and unbox it as the final ending of the stream. So we'll do that as the final closeout. There's an individual in the board game space who Tom literally shut down his company. And I don't mean that with any criticism towards Tom. Tom is a board game reviewer. If you don't like a game, you're allowed to say that you don't like a game. That is how it works. But Tom also has a great deal of weight in the space. His voice has so much weight and impact. And if he doesn't like your game enough, and you only have one game, and you have to sell that game, you can, as a singular person not liking a game, you can literally destroy someone's company. There is an impact to that. And so, to me, but you also have an impact to your viewers. You have responsibility to your viewers. But the tricky part is, your responsibility to your viewers is like, it's hard. Like, in the particular review I'm thinking of is a review that, if you look at the comments in the review, a lot of people are like, I don't think that matches up my experience at all. So, Tom is a reviewer. He's allowed to not like a game. That's part of the process. I'm allowed to not like a game. But what if you're a strong enough voice where your singular negative impact is so strong? Like, an example I'd give is, we're all allowed to not like something, right? But if Taylor Swift posts on her Instagram, oh, just went to so-and-so burger chain, didn't love the food, that can destroy a business. You have to recognize the weight of your voice and how it balances into different things. And so, And again, none of this is a dig at Tom. I think it's a good thing to be negative. It's a good thing to be critical. I just think you have to take it seriously with a degree of weight around the impact you can have. So to me, ranting about a Hasbro game, I don't care. Ranting about a small-time designer, I don't love it. I'm not saying I can't, but I just don't love it. Anyways, I'm trying to decide if I jump to Wonderlands War. Devin is convincing me now. It's been out for a while. Aaron Taylor, fun fact, I have a video coming out, not yet, it will be several weeks, but a video of top 10 games I recommend with a caveat. Meaning effectively they're games that I recommend, but with caveats. And Wonderlands War is on that list, so you can watch that video when it comes out. Is it time to consolidate into a conglomerate yet, Alex? Multiple people, one brand. Pariah, no. And the tricky part is the numbers and the math of it don't work. So effectively, Tom has done, again, Dice Tower's done an incredible good job. They've managed to do it. They've also been around for a very long time. So let's take myself, for example. Let's take my situation. Let's pretend I like Chris George, I like Jenna. Let's pretend I try to bring them into the Board Game Co. umbrella. And we all grouped up and decided to become one entity. The problem is we all still need to make the same money we're making right now, and we wouldn't. We wouldn't make that same money. The channels that are trying to pay for preview content on the Board Game Garden, right now they pay the Board Game Garden and they pay Board Game Co. And Chris doesn't get money, so maybe I could bring him on board. But it's complicated. The part of the experiment I had originally with bringing on Meg and Devin was how does that boost the views or adjust the channel? How does that enhance the thing? And the ability to cover preview content, well, that's how Meg gets paid. So that part works fine. But the actual growth in views or the growth in other people working with you, you really have to like. The Dice Tower survives because they have a successful crowdfunding campaign that raises hundreds of thousands of dollars every single year. Speaking of which, plug. We have 121 people watching. Plug right now. I'm currently doing a support drive for my channel. You can check that out. Just go watch the video of supporting. I can't remember the name of the title, but whatever. There's a video on my channel. Sub me if you want a link to that. That'd be awesome. But basically, yeah, I'm running a support drive for my channel right now. But that support drive is going well. I consider it to be going well. And it's raising several $1,000s. It's like $3,000 raised. And I'm like, that's tremendously amazing. Dice Tower brings in $300,000. There's a whole different level of how successful that is. They also have all their conventions and cruises. They're able to build a conglomerate because they've actually done it. It's always going to be harder for the next people to do it. And also, frankly, it's a lot of work. Dice Tower estimates that 20% of their time is spent playing board games. I think more of my time is spent playing board games, but I'm one person. So like bringing in a conglomerate of people who I value, respect, and like, especially, it's just harder to grow the numbers in a way that involves them being paid. Again, the only reason I'm able to even have Meg on the channel is because she does the preview content, and that basically pays for her salary. So otherwise, it's not really doable. Like having Devin and Meg didn't work. I wasn't paying either of them enough, and then Devin found another job, which makes sense, and we were able to pivot Meg into his role. So yeah, it's complicated. It is. Am I open to the conversation as time goes on? 100% I am. But do I think it's happening today? No. We'll see what happens. I mean, Rado spent 15 years being solo before he started to like have 7,000 people on his channel. So you never know. We'll see how it goes. To me, I don't want the Rado model. The Rado model feels more disparate. To me, I want the Dice Tower model. I want to spend my life working with my best friends forever. But that has to work, and that's complicated. The Hunt for the Perfect Game. Thank you very much. Let's see, you're trying to decide, getting angry Hasbro, I'm trying to decide, is it time to consolidate conglomerate, Board Game Garden? That's why the video game industry shifted away from reviewing everything. They only review things people have expressed interest in, only so much time available. Yeah, I don't even realize about the video game review industry. I used to follow video game reviews when I was younger, not anymore. Have you seen any trends in game design over time that you dislike or dislike? I like the trend towards having your giant campaign games have flippable books instead of a bunch of tiles that you reconfigure. Love that trend. That is huge. I like the trend for more inserts, better art. You know, these are things that didn't like. Good inserts on art weren't always the norm, and they're becoming more. Deluxification in a standard retail edition of the game. I like that trend. As far as things I dislike, I'd have to think about it. I don't know if I have a specific category. I'd have to think about it. I guess the trend that I dislike, I like it sometimes, but I dislike it in general, is the serialization of games. So the fact that you have a Zombicide every year, the fact that you have a Marvel United every year, that you have the third Nemesis and the seventh this and the eighth that, the fact that you consistently pump out the same thing again and again, and CMON's obviously going to be a serial offender here, but there are other companies that do it as well. I think there's something to be said for perfecting your game. But I think that sometimes it's just about, you know, giving people something that you know they'll buy because they want it. And there are times that I do want it, but there are also times where I'm like, just don't tempt me. Please don't tempt me. So I don't love that, but even that comes with pros and cons. I don't waste energy on games I don't like, but then again, I'm not really a reviewer. I refer to myself as a board game content creator. Jenna, that's where I used to be. I used to, once upon a time, on my Patreon, I did a video saying why I never wanted to be a board game reviewer. I definitely am a board game reviewer now. What percentage of solo gaming occupies your gaming time at this point? Technically, I should say that for my 2023 stats thingy when I do this next week, but solo gaming is currently, I'm estimating based on the size of the bubble, but it looks like 17%. 17% of my time, I could probably click on it maybe. Oh no, my estimate was wrong. 13%. 13% of my plays are solo. 2 players is my biggest chunk, which makes sense. I would assume that. That's 60%. 6% is my biggest player count, and then, you know, from there, I guess that means 60, so 76. So the other 34% of my playtime is going to be at other player counts, from 3 to 4, 5, 6, etc. What percentage of solo? You're going to comment on learning rules before the interruption? I thought I did comment on learning rules. I thought I said set up the game. Oh, I may have been interrupted. I said set up the game and learn the rules with the game set up. That's the biggest thing. Like, actually, I'm saying that it might seem like it's a time waste, but the time you waste trying to like visualize things in your head versus having it set up on the table, I find all the time having a game set up on the table means I can set it up, start going through it, take a few turns. I may not play now. I'll two-hand like a few turns, go through it, whatever, and I'll just have that down a lot faster. So that's gonna be my biggest thing. Past that, just repetition. Anything you do in life, repetition will make it better, faster, better, faster, better, faster. I mean, if you've watched my channel, faster is definitely true. You're going to comment, Board Game Garden, I think that's the difference. You may check out game at personal public interest, but you can still give you feedback, positive, negative, not consuming everything. Board Game Voltron. One lens work can run long. Yes, Aaron Taylor. That is exactly the feedback I gave. Brian T, I think consolidation isn't great. I like the flavor differences between BGC, Jenna, Board Game, BGB. I think Shay moving under Rado lessens his channel, I personally liked. I think there's a value to consolidation, and there's a downside. I agree completely. I think it's pro and con. It's complicated. There's something to be said about Dice Tower that's interesting is Tom does do consolidation, but he never did consolidation with like larger content creators. Like people have sometimes had their own channel, their own thing, but there are no like larger separate channels. So while they have a lot of people working together, they didn't like take someone that people already liked and then incorporate them into their brand. So that is an interesting difference. My city, my island, my hobbit hole. Adam, welcome, aloha. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna go end the stream by getting the box and seeing if it's something interesting, and either it will be or it won't be. So in honor of Devin, empty chair stream. Now, do understand that if this is something I can't show you, then I will not, because sometimes that happens. There are things I get that are secret sometimes, but they're definitely the minority. Oh, I know what it is. I know what this is. It's not that exciting. I mean, it's a game. It's not that exciting, though. 1 second. So, we got Ostja over here, but then more importantly, we have the new upcoming expansion for Ostja. I think it's Ostja. This is like, I've heard this is like Trajan, basically. And this is Ostja and the upcoming expansion, Pirates of Ostja, which, now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure is not a secret. It might not be common, but no one told me it's a secret. And my rule is if you don't tell me, I can talk about it. So yeah, we have these. I'm going to be diving into these as well. Why did I say yes to these? It's not even that I'm not excited. I am excited. This is a good game. It's got good ratings. I've heard good things. It's got a good art style. I want to play it. I'm excited about it. But like, it's just like voluntarily taking on homework. It's so interesting. Okay, you can all see what games Alex didn't call now. Just can't see the other wall. You can see some of these games I didn't call, but there's a whole giant room, and these games historically are the safest. So there is that. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and call it. This has been a delightful time hanging out with all of you. I appreciate all of you. Next week we're going to do, before I say it, I was going to say next week we're going to do 2023 stats again. Where's my Notion board? Okay. Next week, do I have a schedule for my live stream? No, I don't. So we have live Q&A. Let's take a note over here. Focus on, no, wait, what the hell? What is this? What notes did I take over here? Oh. No, I'm gonna do best games of 2023 stats. 2023 board game stats. I had a viewer. I have to make sure to give me a second to copy this over, because I had a viewer. I like doing topical live streams. I'm gonna start doing that now. Okay. 2023 questions. I had a viewer send me an email that basically said things like, hey, he saw someone doing a list of, games I wish I played more, games I revisited, games I don't want to play anymore, games I'm surprised I like, games I'm surprised I didn't like, things like that. Basically a bunch of questions for 2023, not necessarily around 2023 games, but just like a kind of end of year summary of like where things are. And so I answered them and figured I'll talk with them in a live stream. So that was another conversation. Anyways, that is basically where we are. So, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate all of you. We'll be back next week with 2023 stats in our live stream conversation. I'll probably do that at the table because I don't need the screen and I feel more connected there. Here's like a screen and all these things. Anyways, have a good one. And I forgot to say, I should be saying at the top of every live stream, the live stream is now Thursdays at 1 p.m. We've shifted away from Wednesdays. I did some reconfiguring for the new year for my calendar schedule, although I'm still figuring out what to do about Tuesday night's live stream game night, because I think that should really shift to a different night, but we'll figure that out. Anyways, have a good one. Yeah, until next time. Anyways, until next time, thanks for being here, and I hope you have a good one.